Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. In the last couple of weeks, I've heard more times that, um, my husband's just not into this. He's not supportive. He thinks it's all a big joke. Direct sales, like, isn't any big thing. And, there's no way people actually quit their jobs and do this for a living. And, I'm like, actually, let me bring somebody into this that I know that actually just recently did that. So yeah, it just kind of started from there. And I thought, you know what, like, these guys need to hear from you, rock stars. So I'm pretty pumped.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, we came into this in November. And it's kind of been a goal of ours always, if we was to be able to make enough money for me to quit my full-time job. I worked as a real estate tax appraiser. It was a good job, had good benefits and all that, but I just wasn't changing people's lives, and that's what it boils down to. I saw the growth that she had been having in the last 5 or 6 months, and I literally got to the point to where I knew that this was where I needed to be, working alongside with her full time. This is something I've always kind of wanted to do anyway. To be able to stay at home with my family, to be able to do field trips with my daughter, and to watch my 8-month-old grow up. It's just been a blessing for us so far. So 6 months into it, I was able to quit my full-time job, and now I do this along with my wife full-time, and it has been absolutely amazing. Just being able to see all the testimonies that are coming in. People message me all day, every day, saying how thankful they are, and thank you for introducing me to this product, and thanks for introducing them to the business aspect of it. It's been life-changing for us just for that reason, and it's been life-changing to so many other people. So I do have a couple other guys on this Zoom that I want to call out. They're kind of on the graphics, so I feel like they need to speak. So my first guy I'm going to pass the mic to Tony Capla. He's down in Arizona, and him and his wife is absolutely rocking this business, and I'd like to just kind of hear a little bit from him.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks, Steven, man. Good to see you. Thanks for inviting me, Aaron, Jack, Steven, man. I appreciate you guys. I'm Tony Capla, guys. I live out in Phoenix, Arizona. My wife is Crystal Capla. We've been in the company now for about 3 months. Just a little over 3 months, and it's changed our lives like more than I could tell you on this Zoom. I don't want to take up all the time, but I can tell you that my wife has always wanted to do things, to help people, to help our family, to make life better for the people around her. So I've always supported that. With this, it was something different because it was something that I got to see. I never really needed to lose weight necessarily, but I was pretty active, whatever. But I was kind of going through the motions daily. I work full time, like 10 to 12-hour days on my feet most of that time. Come home, go get a workout in. But again, I was going through the emotion, not really seeing the results that I wanted to see. So when she introduced it to me, telling me I'd have more energy, I'd have less brain fog, things like that. Of course, I wanted to try it. Who wouldn't want to make themselves better? But what I saw, guys, in that first 2 weeks was insane. Like, I was going to CrossFit 4 days a week. And again, not really seeing great results. Definitely going through it, doing it. It sucked. It hurt. But I wasn't seeing, muscle gains, or I wasn't toning up like I thought I should have been, considering the hard work I was doing. Fast forward 2 weeks after trying the product, I got, like, the strength gains was insane. I had a 50% strength gain on my front squat. The endurance was crazy. Where I would used to be, out of maybe 12 people, I'd be number 8 or 9 on the list of ranking. That first 2 weeks took me to like 3, sometimes 2. So there was that part, which was amazing. And that made me want to learn more about the product, made me want to learn more about the business. So it started out about me, and I found out what it's doing for so many people. So it went from just something that I wanted to do for myself to something where I felt like it was kind of my responsibility to take it and grow it. Because if you ask any guy out there, especially a guy with the family, what he's thinking about, and when he's in his own thoughts, he's thinking about how he can provide for his family, how he can make sure that his family lives longer than anybody else, how his family can be safe. And what this company and what this product provides is just that. So it made sense for me to take that. And now I feel like it's my responsibility because it's bigger now than just myself or my family. Like Steven said, the results that you hear about from other people and how it's changing people's lives, health-wise, financially, is insane. So if not for you, for your family, you definitely want to look into it a little bit more. And I'm sure you'll see why we're all so passionate about it. I could talk all day, but somebody who's doing much better than I am, looks much better than I do, and killing it is Jack Mitchell.
Let's hear it, Jack.
Yeah. Thanks, dude. Yeah. Whatever. I can't keep up with you, but thanks. Sorry for jumping on a couple minutes late there, guys. I was actually out in the backyard getting the smoker going. I was trying to get on with my iPad, and it was giving me a hard time. So I'm here on Mandy's computer right now. Anyway, it's for all you guys that are like interested or not sure what it's all about, or it's a game changer. It's a game changer. If anybody who works out or goes to the gym pre-workout, out the door. You don't need it. This thing is changing lives. Mandy and I have been in it for almost 6 months now, and it's literally changed our lives. It has, financially, emotionally, and the reward kickback from helping people and see people's lives getting changed is unimaginable. I don't know if that's a passion for some people. It is for us. It always has been. My regular employer, I always thought that I was doing something that was really impacting the world and having an impact on people's lives, but not anything compared to what this is. So, we're working towards, kind of like Steven and Jessica. I've had a meeting on Friday with my manager. So we're gonna start transitioning over to me being full time as well. Mandy and I are gonna run this thing together. It's taken off. It's like a rocket ship. It's taken off. So it's to the point now where I have to be alongside her 100%. I can't just be doing it part time because it's just there's too much. Too many people are interested in it, and we got to start tag teaming it together. But everything, I'm not just going to talk about us and what we're doing. I mean, it's about what questions you guys have and specifics about anything about what we're doing or what we have been doing or why we're doing it. But it's a game changer. That's all I can tell you. It's a game changer. The world, for so long, we've been taught that sugars and carbs and those kind of things, especially guys, gym guys. Tony's another one too. He knows. For a long time it was, hey, you guys need to eat 6-7 times to get my cousin Mark. I see my cousin Mark is on here. He's a big dude. Back in the day when he was playing football and stuff, it was eat. So you had fuel and energy for your workouts, and come to find out that all these, we've got latest studies and stuff coming out that ketones are not only a better energy source, but you're not losing any muscle mass. You're actually gaining muscle mass without the need of carbs and sugars. And so that's why I'm saying this is an absolute game changer. So we're strapped on. We're barely hanging on to this rocket. It's flying. Steven, Tony, these guys, we're all just look at it. They're like, yeah, you can barely even hang on. It's taken off so bad. So it's been awesome.
Yeah, it has been awesome. Jack, I appreciate you sharing all that. I noticed that another buddy of mine that I got to talk to a little bit this weekend, I actually flew down to Texas and had a quick mixer, and he had a few people there, and he probably didn't know I was going to call him out here on this Zoom, but I'm going to. He shared his testimony with me, and I really appreciated it. So if I could get John the cop is what I like to call him. He is a cop in Texas, and he's been on board. And if you can, John, just give your quick testimony of what's going on.
I started with Prove It in January. I'd done a ketogenic diet back in September and October of last year, and I'd had really good results. But because of my erratic schedule where I get called out sometimes, 2 or 3 in the morning and I have to work, I don't have time to pack a lunch, I'd have to get off the diet. I'd get out of ketosis and I'd feel terrible. It'd take me days to get back into ketosis. And, I was just, really, really miserable at that point. So the holidays came along and, all that fun holiday dining. And I went back to my old eating, put on 25 pounds really quick. And so I'd seen Keto back in October, and I was checking it out, looking at it. I'm like, man, this is just another nutritional product that, someone's trying to pass off on us. This isn't the real deal. And so I didn't do anything with it. But come January, a friend of mine named Carol Hinojosa started posting on her Facebook about it. I'm like, you know what? I'll just order some and try it. So I ordered the Max. And I think January 9th, I got the Max in. I actually had it delivered to work because I've been having trouble with people stealing packages off my porch at home. So had it delivered to work. I opened up a package right there, drank it down, and just felt incredible right away. It was like a light bulb came on in my head. There's just really no other way to describe it. I looked up and, the colors were all different, and, everything was just my brain, the fuzziness of my brain. I kind of call it, I don't know how many people have seen the movie Limitless, but it was like a limitless moment, when Bradley Cooper takes that pill in the hallway, all of a sudden everything became really clear to me. So I started on it for about the first month. I really didn't change the way I ate, didn't exercise, anything like that. And I still go into Whataburger every day and, getting my, cheeseburger meal or bacon cheeseburger meal, and just enjoying myself. But probably after about a month, I pulled into the Whataburger drive-thru and I just looked at the menu and I'm like, man, none of this stuff looks good to me anymore. I had, my brain chemistry had changed for what I was desiring. So I got back on my diet early February, and about a week ago, I was able to get into a pair of 36 pants. I'm down from 40 to 36, but I haven't worn those pants since 2005. So, that's really, really awesome for me. But I'm, this is one of those things, I can see differences, in the way I deal with people, in the way I think about things. It's been a real incredible ride for me so far. And I can't wait to see what happens in this next 6 or 7 months, because you can see people like Steven and Mandy and Jack, exploding all over the place. And you just got to get this stuff in people's hands. Because if you can get them to try it, once they, get enough ketones in their system and it, their muscles and their cells are all running over it, it's going to cross the blood-brain barrier, and they're going to start having, the mental awareness stuff happen to them, and they're going to have incredible changes in their life.
That's awesome, John. I appreciate you sharing that, bud.
No problem, man.
Yeah, real quick, John was just saying how he was totally aware and focused and just dialed in. That was the third day I came home after trying this. I came home from Mandy, and I was like, I don't know if you guys, anybody on here has ever seen the movie The Matrix, but I told her, I was like, I feel like I'm in the freaking Matrix. I swear to God, like everything is just, all I see is ones and zeros, and it's in slow motion. Everything is just, I'm just like, whoa, what the hell is going on right now? It's the only way I can describe it to people. It's like, I literally felt like I was in the Matrix. I still do. Like, I'm constantly just nonstop energy. I've been doing 2-a-days. Mandy and I joined Orange Theory Fitness. So we're doing Orange Theory in the morning, and I'm hitting the gym and getting my weights in the afternoon. I'm doing 2-a-days, and some of those days I'm fasting. I've been fasting for, even when we started, we have a thing going on. It's called the Innate Challenge. I started out, Tony knows too, we started out with a 60-hour fast, and I was still doing 2-a-days on a 60-hour fast and not losing any reps, not losing any weight, reduced weight in my workout, not losing body weight, of course, but it's just an incredible product and what it does that transitions your body to using ketones for fuel versus anything else. And it's something you have to experience.
Absolutely. Does anybody have any specific questions for us? If we got, product related or business related, you can just unmute yourself and speak up. And if you don't feel like speaking up, we got a little chat option down at the bottom. Aaron, I kind of hope we have covered a little bit of everything that you were intending here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I really just wanted, these guys to know that, it's true. Guys drink ketones too. It's not just a big chick product. And, like there's so many possibilities that come with this product in this business, not just, the fat loss that, is so often talked about, but there's just so much more, from, our health getting better and, our financial lives getting better and, everything else. I mean, there's just so much. And so I just really wanted to, for people to hear it from you guys directly, because you guys have been such a good influence and example for so many people.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think what, a lot of people, when they come into it, they see their wives doing it, or, mom or sister or whoever, they push it for fat loss, but really that's just a side effect of the product.
Yeah.
So, it was actually developed not for fat loss at all. It was developed for so many other things. I mean, there's a list of benefits here on the side of the box that just go on and on and on that doesn't have anything to do with that. So, it's kind of hard for guys to kind of grasp exactly what's going on here. But I think once they get it, I said it a couple of times this weekend. We was in Texas and had a few mixers, and people just said, "Shut up and drink it." So shut up and drink it.
Stop asking questions. Just drink it.
Exactly. So, but anyway, I don't know if anybody had any specific questions or not. If not, Aaron, if you're okay, I feel like we can probably go ahead and wrap this up. I don't want it to be too long and bore the crap.
I know you mentioned it briefly when we first got started, but I don't know, it's exciting to me, and I'm sure it's exciting to you. If you could just share your big accomplishment that you guys have been able to do recently as far as employment goes, just because I know I had one guy in particular, and I'd have to scroll through to see if he's on there, but he was just like, there is no way that you could make any sort of substantial income doing something like this. Like, he just thought I was like completely full of it. And me and his wife are going, no, like, really? Like, this can, do really wonderful things for your family. And so I immediately, that's what prompted me to do this, was that one scenario that I was in, because, that had, you had just announced that. And I'm like, my gosh, like, we've got to get Steven on a call, and like, yeah, we've got to get Jack in on this too. And like, it just, went from there. But yeah, if you could maybe just share that really quick.
Yeah.
Before we close out.
I was saying earlier, when we transitioned over from another company, and when we did that, we were kind of looking at our comp plan, and we was like, oh, we could probably do that. It's kind of a goal of ours, kind of long-term goal. That's how I was looking at it. Maybe a year, maybe 2 years, maybe. That I will be able to quit my full-time job and to do this alongside with my wife. And within the first 5 months, I believe it was, we finally was able to get to the financial state that we wanted to be in order for me to go ahead and do that, to go ahead and transition into that, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And to me, it's still kind of like, did that just happen? But now I'm looking at all of you guys, and I'm looking at everybody that we're impacting, and I'm saying, yes, that happened, and it happened for a reason, and I'm so glad that it did. So yes, that financial opportunity is absolutely 100% there.
It's real.
It's real. And what is just so crazy is, like, I feel like I'm still new at this. I mean, it's 6 months in, and I still don't know everything. I'm sure Jack can probably vouch for that. Tony can vouch for that. John can vouch for that. And that's the cool thing about this company, is they have created such a huge platform for you to just jump in, full blown, ready to go. You don't have to learn it all. You don't have to know anything in order for this to succeed. The only thing you have to do is know that the product is great and that it's changing people's lives. And that's all you have to know, is to go out and share this product with everybody that you know. And it's not just about everybody that you know, but it's everybody that they know. You share it with one person, they know 20 people that love it. They know 20 people that love it, and then it explodes from there. And that's literally all that we've done. It's built and built and built and built to the point to where I did get to the point to where I was able to quit my full-time job, which was great. And I keep saying that, but that's really the only real testimony that I've got. I wasn't in it for the weight loss or the fat loss, or, obviously I love the benefits of the brain function and the energy and the mental clarity and everything else. But as far as the fat loss, like, nah, I didn't need all that. But I jumped in because I was wanting to support my wife and be there for her. And I know exactly what she was wanting to do. And when I did, it literally got to that point to where I'm able to stay at home now with my wife to do this full time, and to be with my family is the main thing. This summer is going to be unreal. I can't even imagine what's going to happen this summer. Just to be able to spend time with my kids and do little trips here and there and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's 100% real. I don't know if your guys on this call or whatever, but it happened.
It is the real deal.
I don't discuss money or numbers or anything, but I've been working for Intel in the research and development department. September will be 17 years for me. So, like I said, I'm getting ready to transition my career away from Intel and to do this full time. But last month alone, Mandy and I made more than what I made the entire last year. So, yeah. Obviously, I'm not. It's like, well, how relative is that? We don't know what to make. I work for a pretty good company. I've been there for quite a while, so I have a pretty good salary. We were to a point when Mandy was even her own company that we're okay for a while. She doesn't have to work for a while. We're going to be okay. But that's just not how we are. We just we're just ambitious people. We look for something to get out there with. But had she not found something and she needed some time off, I think good enough living where she doesn't have to work. And we made more, like I said, last month alone than I did all of last year. So it's real. It's real.
Amazing. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to be here. I sure appreciate it. It's always nice talking with you guys.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us on. Yeah.
Of course. So, perfect.
Aaron, real quick before you go, we gotta make plans to get some season tickets in Vegas, baby.
Absolutely. I am already counting on this. I think you and I are probably the only massively excited people that the Raiders are going to Las Vegas, but it's going to be a freaking blast. I cannot wait. Cannot wait.
Look at Tyler down there. He's giving a thumbs down.
Oh. Is he a Seahawks fan? He might be a little bitter.
Hey, I'll pull for the Raiders. As long as Cooper's still getting the ball and throw to him, I'm good.
Yeah, that's what you know what? So funny. I didn't even know for the longest time. I'm like, I think Jimmy and I were talking, and I don't know how it even came up, but I'm like, where did Amari Cooper go to college? And then I looked it up. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, oh, all of you Alabama people, now you can be Raiders fans because Amari Cooper went to Alabama. Yeah, so that was super exciting. It's going to be a good season. Yeah, it's going
to be exciting. Sorry to take away from that.
Oh, we always have time for the Raiders, please.
Yeah, y'all hang out after the game. Everybody hang up and y'all talk about the Raiders.
Jimmy wants to say hi really quick.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, how you been, bro?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. Looking good.
Oh, thanks, man. You too.
Yeah, thanks.
Great. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap up the call. Thank you so much again for being on. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, absolutely. And if anybody ever has any questions, like I didn't have anything right now, I didn't know what to ask, but something pops up, don't ever hesitate to ask Tony, Steven, obviously any of us, myself, but don't message or pull up
absolutely. I will plug you guys in for sure. And hopefully I'll be seeing you guys here in a couple of weeks. I don't know who's actually going to Utah or not, but
Yep, we'll be there.
Awesome. Well, then I will see you guys there.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
You want to say bye?
Bye. Okay, stop.